tell you a secret. I want to believe in real-life superheroes. Like every kid in the world. But I'm still waiting.
And yet, we exist.
Convince me.
Some of us don't die with bullets.
No way.
Some of us can bend steel.
What do you want?
I need your abilities to get us out of here.
The bad guys are teaming up.
I'm the only person who can stop him.
We are not meant to have this much power.
Are you ready to show the world what we are capable of? This won't be like a comic book. What do we call you, sir? First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
Glass was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and this is the sequel to both Unbreakable and Split, and stars Bruce Willis, James McAvoy, Samuel L. Jackson, Anya Taylor-Joy, Sarah Paulson, and this is Shyamalan trying to complete a trilogy after, like I said, Unbreakable and Split. Unbreakable is basically what a realistic take on a comic book movie would be, and it came out way before the comic book movie boom that happened, that is before the MCU, before a ton of stuff. I mean, came out in 2000, and only Blade and the first X-Men came out that year, even before Spider-Man then. And Split, which came out in 2016, is basically one of the best thrillers ever, with McAvoy's performance and his 23 personalities. And once again, this movie it's not the worst of Shyamalan, definitely not like After Earth or Lost Airbender, but it's not on the same level as Unbreakable or even Split, but it's still a pretty good Shyamalan movie, I'd say, on the level of Signs and even The Visit. But yeah, let's just get right into it. This review is not gonna contain 80 spoilers. I'm trying to avoid that because some people tend to get really mad at that stuff. So Bruce Willis actually is giving a good performance, because lately he has been really phoning it in with his performances, like just not giving a damn about what he's doing on screen, like those direct-to-video movies like Precious Cargo, and I don't know, a whole bunch of them are out there. You can go check them out if you want. But in this one, Bruce Willis takes up again his character of David Dunn, in this one known as the Overseer, and he's basically a vigilante with his son Joseph Dunn. I forgot the actor's name, and then I was like, I've seen this face somewhere, and I remembered I just recently saw Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4 and Season 5, and I was like, that's the guy who plays Wolfgang von Strucker's son, Werner von Strucker. Sorry, I forgot his name, but he also played Joseph Dunn in Unbreakable, and I'm glad they did not take someone else, considering he got a fine actor, and they took him back to play the role of David Dunn's son again. And like I said, Bruce Willis is actually giving a damn about what he's doing on screen, and the first act of this movie, I was locked into it. It was really great. Everything he's tracking down James McAvoy's character, Kevin Wendell Crumb, aka the Horde, or if you want, the Beast, and with his 23 personalities, he's taken captive these girls, and David comes to rescue them. I was in, and I got more action than I expected I'd get into a Shyamalan movie, because this movie, there's like a big action at the start and a big action at the end. And then the middle is just what we're gonna talk about this. But the action is good, despite it's all a lot of this POV shot of the camera basically into the actor's face, and just them shaking like this. I mean, it's the Shyamalan style. What can I do? It works in the movie for the universe the Unbreakable and Split are in, and Glass. And then I was really locked in for the first act, and then the second act came. And it really started to drag when everyone was in this asylum mental institution, with Sarah Paulson playing this doctor, someone who keeps saying to them like 3 times, superheroes aren't real. It's all in your head. Like she says it 1 time, I mean, we get it. She says it a 2nd time, we get it as an audience. She says it again a 3rd time, okay, we got it. They are not superheroes. It's all in their head. no need to drive it in. We understood what you're trying to say. But it's just again this back and forth of, you're not superheroes, it's all in your head. And again, then this entire second act focuses on James McAvoy, and it's basically what makes the second act shine, because McAvoy, you've seen Split. He does it 100 times better here, because there's like these instruments which flashes light and forces him to change personality, which is a really clever idea, I think, and he tries several times to break those, but no. The moment he comes closer, it's gonna activate someone on the other side of the room, I guess, activate, and we don't see that guy, so maybe he could have broken it, but he just did not. Anyway, McAvoy is really great, all of his personalities really shines, he just, again, the acting is just on point. But for a movie called Glass, I wanted to see more of Elijah Price, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and he comes in like, as from half of the movie, when half of the movie is over, and into the entirety of the third act. So this movie shouldn't have been called Glass, but actually like the sequel to Split and Unbreakable, and mixing those two movies together. But yeah, but by the end, this is one of the Samuel L. Jackson movies where he doesn't just go all out and like, motherfucker, everything like Hitman's Bodyguard. Is just a really subdued Samuel L. Jackson performance, kind of like in The Phantom Menace, only he gets better dialogue, to not like George Lucas dialogue to work with. But he ain't in the movie that much. Like, yeah, the movie's called Glass, and like all the trailers been saying he's the mastermind, never underestimate the mastermind. Yes, I agree with the trailers, but he basically is in a catatonic state for like the first half of the entire movie. But nevertheless, the movie never loses your attention if you're a fan of Unbreakable and Split, because the characters of David Dunn, Kevin, and then Glass, played by Samuel L. Jackson, if you've come to appreciate these characters, you'll never really actually get bored throughout the movie. Just that the second act really drags sometimes, but then it picks up right up in the third act. I'd say those who are really wasted in this movie would be Anya Taylor-Joy's character. She comes back as Casey, but yeah, she's really wasted here. And there's also Elijah Price's mother. Like, all of the supporting characters, with the exception of Joseph Dunn, are kind of wasted, really. Even Sarah Paulson's character, she's just like, yeah. And then the Shyamalan twist comes, and you're like, I know why this particular ending was chosen. I know why Shyamalan chose it. It works for the movie, but personally, I would have liked something else to end on. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it works for the movie, don't get me wrong. It works perfectly. If you watch Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass, it works perfectly, the ending works. But personally, I would have liked something else to happen, but it just didn't happen. And we don't need any actual sequel to this. It's a perfect 3-movie arc trilogy. Keep it there. Even Shyamalan said he ain't gonna make another one. It's just right where it ended. It's just good. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed Glass. It's not a terrible Shyamalan movie. It's not one of his best either. It's just right up there with the kind of The Village, The Visit, and even Signs. Just good. If you're a Shyamalan fan, you're gonna enjoy it. For all of us, if you watch Unbreakable and Split, check it out. It's worth your time. And I'm gonna give Glass a B. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Give a big thumbs up, comment below, follow me on social media, subscribe my channel. That way, I can see you next time.